Welcome to kidsacademy.mobi.
Hello everyone. Let's open the worksheet. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. You can find the link to this app in comments below. Today we have a new worksheet. The name of our worksheet is called King Arthur May's Irregular Verbs. And let's read through the directions here. We've got King Arthur up at the top, and then we've got the sword and the stone down at the bottom if you know the story about King Arthur. But let's see what the directions say. It says, not all verbs end in ed to make the past tense. Some verbs are irregular. Help Arthur get to the stone with the sword. Draw a line up, down, or across to an irregular past tense verb to make it to the stone. No skipping stones, and remember, no ed endings. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here where it says start, and we have the word sat. Sat is a great example of an irregular past tense verb. You wouldn't say sitted. They change it and they make it an irregular verb, so the word is sat. So what we're going to do now is we're going to either go up, well we can't go up, we're going to go across, we can go this way across, or we can go down. So our two options from here are either hid or hide. And I always think it's best to put these words into a sentence because it will help us hear it, and a lot of times you can hear it and you can think, oh, that doesn't really sound right, or that doesn't make sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug these into a sentence. So let's make up a sentence. The first one here is hid. So let's say this: John hid in the bushes yesterday. Does that make sense? Well, yeah, that makes sense. Let's go down to our other option. John hide in the bushes yesterday. Is that correct? John hide in the bushes? No, that doesn't sound right. So that lets me know that I need to go across this way. So I'm going to draw a line from sat to hid. Okay, now again, we can either go up, down, or across. So I can either go across this way or I can go down. Those are my only two options. So my options are told and sit. So let's use John again in our sentence. John told our neighbor that we were going to the store yesterday, or John sit on the couch yesterday. John sit on the couch. That doesn't sound right. It would be sat. So we're going to go from hid to told, okay? This is the correct answer, is told. So now we have some more options. We could either go back to hid, but we're not going to go back. So we could either go walked this way, or we could go down to spoke. Those are our two words. So let's make it a girl this time. Let's put it in a sentence. Susie walked to the store yesterday. Yeah, that makes sense. Or Susie spoke to the woman yesterday. Well, that also makes sense. That's weird. We've got two that make sense. Let's look at our directions again. It said no skipping stones, and remember, no ed endings. So even though walked is a past tense verb, that one uses ed, and we're looking for irregular past tense verbs. So we're actually going to go down to spoke on this one, even though both of them make sense. Okay. All right. Our next options here, we either have sit, fixed, or ate. We can go either across either way, or we can go down to ate. So let's see which one of these makes sense. John fixed the roof yesterday. Yep, that makes sense. John ate his dinner yesterday. Yep, that makes sense. Or John sit on the couch yesterday. Nope, that's not correct. So we're going to either go fixed or ate, but fixed has an ed ending, so we're going to go down to ate. Okay, then it says we can either go across, so we can either do these two, or we can go down. We're not going to go back up to spoke. So let's see which one we should do. We're either going to choose from did, tell, or painted. Okay, so Susie painted the house yesterday. That makes sense. Susie tell her friend yesterday. Susie tell, no, it would be Susie told. Or Susie did the homework yesterday. Well, both of them would be correct. Did or painted are both correct. But painted is an ed ending, and we're looking for irregular verbs. So we're going across to did, okay? Now we can either go across to looked, or we can go down to drank from here, okay? So let's use another sentence. Let's make it a different person. Let's do Tom this time. Tom looked in the window yesterday, or Tom drank his orange juice yesterday. Tom looked in the window, or Tom drank his orange juice. Well, both make sense. Let's see, we've got an ed ending on looked though, so that would not be correct. We're going to go down to drank. We're looking for those irregular verbs, okay? From here, we can either choose eat, tell, or slept. Eat, slept, or tell. So let's use them in a sentence. Let's do a girl this time. Let's do Grace. Grace, tell her neighbor what to do. No, that doesn't make sense if we're talking about it in the past. Grace, tell her neighbor what to do. Nope. Grace slept in her bed yesterday. That makes sense. Grace, eat her food yesterday. Grace, eat her food. No, it wouldn't be eat. It would be she ate her food. Grace slept in the bed. That makes sense. Or Grace, tell her neighbor. I think it would be slept because that's the only one that makes sense. So we're going to go down to slept. And then from here, we only have two options across. We can either do speak or ran, and we're trying to get to the finish. So I hope we're going this direction, but we might go all the way around. So we want to check. We don't want to just guess. Okay, so let's use them both in a sentence. John speak to his neighbor yesterday, or John ran to the house yesterday. John ran to the house. It wouldn't be speak. John spoke would be the right one, so that's not right. So we're going to go down to ran. We made it to our finish, so we made it all the way down to the sword and the stone. Congratulations, you guys did a great job on
Like us and subscribe to our channel. Find links to our apps and comments below.